sports were recognised as being up there with traditional codes like rugby and netball. Israel Adesanya took up martial arts as a...
where he leaned out the window and fired a volley of shots at police. He did this on numerous occasions. At one stage, he stopped the vehicle, got out and took deliberate aim at the police vehicle and fired a volley of shots. He got back inside the vehicle and continued on towards State Highway 2. Further volleys of shots were fired before then. He turned left into State Highway 2 towards the Tauranga CBD, where he fired a further volley of shots. Just before the intersection of State Highway 2 and 15th Ave, the offender again leaned out the window and fired a volley of shots. At this stage, the police returned fire. During the exchange, the offender was wounded and the car slowly came to a stop. The police officers went forward and basically saw the deceased was injured and called for medical assistance. The offending driver was later pronounced deceased. I've spoken to the police officers last night and obviously they are very upset, distressed, distraught about the situation. The police vehicles itself have got bullet holes in them. No members of the public were injured and the police officers weren't injured as well. But they came to work last night to carry out reassurance patrols for the community here in Tauranga, and that's what they're doing when they came across this vehicle. And I want to reassure the community out there that they are safe. They got to remind themselves that actually this was just one motivated offender, one offender who did not want to be captured or caught by police. We're carrying out further reassurance patrols in the foreseeable future. We've got extra staff coming in to Western Bay from across the district and also from outside the district to assist with those. Those reassurance patrols will be carrying out patrols over a 24-hour period for the next week. Any questions?
Could I just, Superintendent, just in terms of reassurance patrols, how many extra staff have been brought in to assist?
In relation to those ones, we've got probably 8 to 10 from Rotorua, and we've probably got a further 12 from out of district.
Yeah. And in terms of that out of district, where are you drawing those officers from?
Mainly Auckland. Might be Auckland, Wellington. Yeah.
Auckland, and in terms of the deceased, have you yet identified who that person is?
No, we haven't done that. We hope to do that today. Once we've identified that person, we'll be able to contact the next of kin and then be able to release those details.
And, but is it believed the person is from this area or out of district?
Unknown at this stage. All we know at this stage is that the vehicle was wanted in relation to the homicide inquiry. Can I just also reiterate that this homicide inquiry is completely different from the shooting we had in Te Puke. They are not related. Completely different situations, circumstances.
And connections, then?
At this stage, it's not for me to say. The investigation's still going on. We are looking into that.
In relation to the Hairene shooting, is there any connection to that either?
Which
the
one was it?
The Rena one where the vehicle, a parked vehicle and the driver was shot at.
That's over.
And Hairene in...
is that recently, last week?
Yes.
Yeah, no, completely separate, sorry. Yeah.
And the police Eagle helicopter, are people expected to see that flying around?
We haven't requested the Eagle helicopter yet, but it's something we're basically going to consider in terms of the investigation if we carry out further search warrants and things like that on addresses.
And so how long do you expect this investigation to be going for?
Until we apprehend the offenders. I can't really say. All I'll say is that we are following some very good leads and we're acting on those at the moment.
And how can the public help you guys out with that?
So what we want the public to do is, if you've got any concerns around safety or if you see anything, please contact us on 105 or Crime Stoppers, and we'll definitely want to know. We care, and we want to ensure that you feel safe.
Superintendent, in terms of the pursuit, how that that you've sort of described some of the nuances of it. How long was the pursuit and how?
It started about 7:40 p.m. last night, and it finished around about 7:46, 47, so 67 minutes.
67 minutes. And how many officers were involved in the pursuit?
There were 2 vehicles, and both vehicles had 2 staff members in it.
So in terms
And those staff members were armed offender squad members, and they're fully armed.
And do you know sort of an estimate of how many shots were fired? Because you've described a whole volley of shots, and continuous.
From what I understand, it would be in excess of 15 to 20 shots fired from the offending vehicle. Just to reiterate, the offending driver was the only person in the vehicle, and the weapon was most likely a semi-automatic because of the high number of shots fired in rapid succession, and a small calibre.
How long will the road be closed?
We are hoping, we've got the ESR there at the moment carrying out the scene examination. Obviously it's a state highway, we want to get it open as quickly as possible. I'm hoping that it'll be late this morning or this afternoon.
So what's your message to local people?
Please, if you've got any concerns, contact us. We want you to feel safe, and I'm saying you are safe. This incident, completely different from the one before in Te Puke. It's isolated, one motivated offender, one offender. That was all. Don't be scared. Go about your normal daily business. You are safe. And we are out there. We'll be highly visible. We've got extra patrols carrying out reassurance patrols.
Superintendent, this vehicle was identified as something that police were interested in regards to the Ormsby Lane shootings.
Yep.
So is it believed? I know you said yet to still to identify the deceased, but is it believed he was the shooter?
No, so at this stage, that's part of the investigation. We don't even know the identity of the driver yet. Once that's confirmed and the person's formally identified, we'll be notifying next of kin, and we'll be able to provide a further statement in relation to the investigation.
The other question I had was, we yet to have formal release of name of the 2 deceased from the Ormsby Lane shootings. Obviously, media, include ourselves, have named at least one of the deceased because we've had that confirmed from another source. When are you going to formally release the names?
That's for the investigation team to determine. Obviously, again, those deceased need to be formally identified, and once they have and next of kin have been advised, we will be releasing those names. I don't have a time frame for that.
No, I'm just going to ask that. And yes, is it possible for us to take photographs of the shots? You mentioned that the police vehicles had, gunshot wounds. Is it possible to take?
I don't know at this stage. All I'll say, I won't rule it out, but I can't say yes, it's possible.
So could you describe then how many shots were
I don't know. I haven't seen the vehicle. All I know is that the vehicle has bullet holes in it.
There's been quite a few, shootings and stuff. Obviously, you don't know whether they're linked or anything at this stage. But is there the possibility of something happening again? And what is your message to people who are scared that something could be happening again?
I don't know. I haven't got a crystal ball, can't look into the future. But what I say to people is that you are safe, and please feel like you are safe. Just go about your normal business. This is very upsetting, and I know it has probably caused alarm across the community. But actually talk to people about it and things like that. This is an isolated incident. Yes, I suppose it's on top of several other shootings that we have had, but it's isolated. And it's a very small basically, if you have a look at it, there's a very small number of people involved in these shootings compared to the general population. And what I'd say is these people are more intent of shooting at each other rather than actually shooting at members of the public. And that's something they don't even want. But if they're nearby, don't try and interfere with these people or anything like that. Some of them are dangerous. Leave that for the police. That's what we're there for.
Superintendent, how big is the inquiry team in terms of the
Investigators?
Yep.
My understanding, we've probably got 45 to 50 on the investigation at the moment. We've got a large number of investigators coming from outside of the district to investigate the shooting last night.
Could you elaborate by those numbers as well?
We've probably got around about 45 on the homicide investigation. We will probably have a team, I don't know how many on the team, but probably 10 to 15 team on the investigation into the shooting. We've also got extra resource carrying out those reassurance patrols, so we've got an extra 8 to 10 from Rotorua and probably another 10 or 12 from outside the district.
So obviously a very stressful time for yourself and your colleagues. How are the officers who were shot at? How are they doing?
Yeah. I spoke to them last night. They're visibly upset, distraught. They came to work last night to carry out reassurance patrols. But they did what's expected of them in terms of actually keeping the public safe. This person actually could have shot a member of the public. It looks like he's going back into the CBD, and obviously we had to stop that and do it in a safe place, and that's what we did. From here on in with the officers, they were on a stand-down period for about 10 days where they receive counselling, welfare support, etc., and try, if they can, to get their life back into more normality.
We know that there's
What
been...
questions?
So we know, Superintendent, that there's been reports of sort of gang tensions between mongrels and mongrel mob and various other things, and just obviously in terms of these recent events, obviously is that sort of ramping up, or is that kind of the sense that you're getting that this is sort of what's behind all this? That it's gangs going out after each other.
Yeah, it's what we are doing in a probably proactive space. Where, in relation to after the Tapuki incident, we got those gang leaders together and said you need to actually resolve your differences in a lot less violent manner because we're not going to tolerate that, and the public's not going to tolerate that. And you need to actually sort your differences out in a less violent manner and not shooting at each other. So they've got together, and so far that's ceased. We're very interested in getting all the gang leaders from across the Bay of Plenty together in terms of actually, you need to sort of work out your differences, and you can't keep on operating like this because it won't be tolerated, and we'll be coming together. And we are targeting the gangs. We've got extra resource in the district that have been dedicated towards organised crime. That's in addition to our National Organised Crime Group here based in Tauranga.
Yeah. So there's clearly a lot of work going on that the public, I think, will take some reassurance from that.
Yeah. Even if you look at the visible one we had with Operation Hush, which was the noisy vehicles, that was very successful, carried out by all staff. Gang members were targeted with noisy motorbikes, and the bikes taken off the road.
Into a national policy statement under the Resource Management Act. We're going to get national guidance to say, all councils, come on guys, you've got to do your job.